So did everybody here know that singing lyrics apparently is no longer allowed in civil conversation? I wasn't aware, and this was now suddenly a new law that says I cannot sing lyrics. I don't know who decided that or what meeting took place that I wasn't there for, but here we are, and apparently that is the case right now. So I guess I'll just remain here completely suppressed and oppressed and invalidated by these completely unfair and biased rules.
I did not take away your dental, I will have you know. You have dental. I do not oppress you.
Hey, you do not give me dental. I have my own dental.
Exactly. You have your own dental. So you're fine. You're not degraded or oppressed.
If the evidence not from you, I have to pay for it.
Should I be the one giving you dental, or should work be giving you dental?
Well, I get you fucking coffee and a Monte Cristo, so I don't know what you want me to say. Anyway, welcome back to more Mario Kart. We probably won't do like a ton of this, just because, like, you know, what can we do at this point that like hasn't been done already?
Yeah.
You know, we're not looking to play online, so you know, this is really just like a special occain thing. And the
Yeah.
occasion of the day right now, of course, is our graduation from boyfriend and girlfriend to fiancés. So,
Yes.
there you go. And it's a topic of discussion, and
And
I'm sure we're gonna, like, you know, we've brought up, we talked about it a little bit on the last stream, but
Yeah.
she little E had the idea that why not, for old time's sake, we do like the newlyweds game type thing.
Yeah.
Which hopefully.
Which, for our 1 year anniversary, we did like the boyfriend tag or the girlfriend
Yeah,
tag or whatever.
yeah,
But
we
this
did,
is
yeah.
like the married version.
Which, I mean, yeah, fair enough at this point, you know. But we're just doing it for funsies. Like, there is no like serious implication to any of it.
No.
I do not
at
think
all.
any of it will be especially important.
No.
It's just for fun.
Yeah. I'm only doing the questions that I think are that we haven't talked about before. Like, the first question on this list was like, how did you meet? And we.
Okay, that's not a newlyweds like question.
Yeah,
that's,
like.
that's just like asking for like information. Like,
Yeah, that's not it, guys.
Yeah, that's way too freaking general.
It is. All right. So the first question is, who has the neater handwriting?
You.
Really?
Yeah, like it's
Not by much.
Yeah, but still, like, I mean, you have a weird way of writing, but your writing ends up looking better than mine usually does. So that's why I say you.
Why is my
Because you hold a pencil in like your fist.
I do not.
It looks for all intents and purposes like you do.
I don't. Do I?
That's how I've always seen it. You're like
Oh.
like like it isn't like you've shifted any of your fingers in any way. You're just like holding it in your fist. You're just firmly grasping it and just. But it ends up looking better than mine 9 times
See,
out
I
of 10.
hold a pen like this.
I swear I see you do it like. Well, but when I'm facing you.
Yeah.
At the fucking like restaurant when you're fucking filling out your check,
Yeah.
it's the only time I would ever see you write really anything. Like in this day and age, you're fucking.
Sometimes maybe like
it looks-
this. But
Yeah. I mean, this is like I do this.
Yeah.
Like when I'm seriously
Yeah.
writing something. So like I don't know. It just always like the way you hold a pen is has always stood out to me. But not in a good or a bad way.
I
just,
actually think it's the tism, because
Mhm.
Lee and Ray, when I was a cheer-in, would buy me like pencil grippers,
Okay.
and they would like to force me to learn how to hold a pencil right.
Right.
And then they gave up after like a year and a half because I just wouldn't do it. So
like it just was not clicking.
no. So
Interesting.
that might be it. But I
Yeah,
guess
no, it could be.
I mean, my handwriting is not great, but it's legible most of the time.
Okay.
Apparently.
Yeah, no, I'd say it looks just overall nicer than mine does.
Yeah. Well, also you're a dude. Dudes generally do not have very good handwriting.
Yeah, that's probably true too as well.
Hey, you're fancy, Yoshi.
Yes, I am.
All right. Who would be better at planning a trip?
You. I mean, you plan like 9 out of 10 of our trips.
It's true. It's
Mainly
true.
because they're all the places that you have picked in some capacity.
Yes.
Like, you know, there are ones that we like discuss and like decide on together.
Yeah.
But like
it's most...
the ideas tend to come from you. So I would
Yeah,
say
like-
like you are the planner of the other two.
Yeah,
of us.
I mean, I think the
Damn it.
ones that are more you, I would say Nantucket.
Yes,
I
obviously,
kind of just
yeah.
follow you around.
But like also those ones are more put together by my family.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, we haven't really done like a Nantucket trip that's just the two of us.
Yeah, which I kind of want to one day.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I feel like that would be fun. And and I actually remember our first Disneyland trip was your idea.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because we were in the area, so.
And it was your birthday.
And my birthday, so I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that could be fun. Why not? Now it's like an annual tradition for us.
Yeah, it's great.
But I was gonna say, like, even if I did plan a Nantucket trip, it would largely be based around what you want to do, or like the
feel
places
bad.
that you want to go. But this, it's again, I think it all comes. Why is every question so far involved tism? But I think that is part of it because,
I
like,
think so, too.
you know, you. If I were to drag you to fucking like I don't know, like
Vegas or whatever.
I mean sure, but I mean, you know, just somewhere where you are like notably out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it would not be a fun time for anyone included. Like, you're not one of
Correct.
those people that just kind of like just grin and bear it or whatever, or just like fake having fun.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're pretty like honest about things
Yeah.
like that. Like, I think it just kind of comes naturally to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucking sick.
Nice.
Bam! Fuck you again, Birdo. I
You
fucking
said-
steal first, leave it from you assholes. Yeah. So like it's usually, but like, very rarely has it ever like compromised my enjoyment.
Okay, good.
Has planning things in that way.
Okay.
So like, and if it seriously did, you know, I would not.
You would tell
Even
me.
though I'm better at faking things like that, like I would probably not want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, like unless there was some kind of dire need.
Right. I understand.
Go, Monocle Yosh. Ah, fucking stole that shit.
All right. I agree with the sentiment. I am better at planning things. All right. Next question is, what is your spouse's favorite movie date snack?
Well, well, yours would just okay. So, so should each of us like think of it and then like
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know yours.
Okay.
So let's
Go ahead.
I guess let's do the fucking let's do it all cliche or whatever and do
3, 2, 1.
count 3. Yeah.
Oh,
3.
I don't want to do that because I'm gonna be embarrassed because mine's probably wrong for you.
Well, I'm gonna say what I think yours. We don't have to do that for mine, but we can do that for yours.
Okay.
That's how confident I am.
Okay, great.
That I know it correctly.
All right, great.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, do. All right, so
3,
2, 1,
one,
popcorn.
popcorn.
Yeah, there you go. And you know what mine is. You know what I get 9 times out of 10.
It's the little chocolate thingies.
The Bunch Crunch.
Yeah, the Bunch of Crunch. I couldn't
Yes.
remember the name of it, but yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Because, and actually there are 2 new movies out that right now that we were both want to see, but on a Tuesday. They're Tuesday kind of movies.
Yeah, like we don't, like with the way our schedules are these days, we don't like do a lot of movie nights like we used to. Also just because there's not a whole lot that either of us are super jazzed to see. And I guess when I mean either of us, I mostly mean you. Because I have a weird thing about like not wanting to go to movies alone.
Yeah,
So,
that is true. You do have a weird thing about not wanting to go to the movies by yourself.
I mean, I don't mind it, but it's not as fun, you know.
Yeah.
Like and like I still have to like set time aside that could be spent, you know, doing something else. So.
Yeah, that's reasonable, and I think. You're making me feel really bad.
You're usually the one that just, you know, that has. You're less willing to go to see things you think you might not like, whereas
Yeah.
I am more like open to those
Yeah.
those types of things, or things that might be like, you know, not good, but like good
Funny.
good in a fun, like not good in a funny way.
Yeah.
Like you don't tend to go for that, so
Yeah.
like.
I mean, I go for things if they're bad in a funny way that I think is actually funny.
Mm-hmm.
But 9 times out of 10.
But that is like a rare find for you, I would
Yeah.
say. There's not a whole lot of like so bad it's good movies that you like enjoy that I can
Yeah.
think of. So yeah, it usually is dependent on that. Like maybe like, if it was just me, I go to more movies probably. That would just be out of necessity because like I have nothing else going on.
Aw, poor
So
baby.
it's not something I'm like, you know, super like I take any sort of issue with like, cutting down or whatever.
Yeah,
know, so.
I mean.
And plus, eating freaking unhealthy shit. We get
Yeah.
And I still go with friends every so often, usually with the lads gang.
And
so.
but also now there are a few movies that I actively just want you to see with them because.
Right, but we don't hang out enough to really to for a summer like this where there's multiple different things that are there's interest in seeing from either side.
Well, I think there's at least there's 2 movies out right now that we're both interested in, and then there's 2 more next month.
Yeah, so.
So.
But again, we sort of have our weekend routines.
Yeah, and I like our weekend routines.
So it's not always planning. I mean, the whole routine thing is something we both, I think, that helps both of us.
Yeah.
For different reasons, but there has to be something really good that or something like when the Odyssey comes out, I might try to make time for us to see that.
Oh yeah, no, I would totally watch.
Maybe not opening weekend, but maybe as a date night.
Yeah, no, for date night I'm down.
If nothing else is
no,
going
because
on.
The cast is hot.
Yeah, and it's fucking Christopher Nolan.
Put all of that in my vagine, and I will be a happy girl.
Okay. Really, you want Anne Hathaway in your vagine? I don't think a lot of people would agree with that.
Not really, no. But just the general goodness of the cast makes me happy.
And it is still Christopher Nolan.
Yes. All right. What? Okay, so.
Okay, so yeah, snacks figured out.
Okay, so I'm going to actually break this question down into 2 different versions.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's what was your fastest favorite subject in school? And I want to differentiate between, grade school, elementary, high school, middle school, and college.
I mean, if I can think of very many classes, classes beyond just the very most basic shit from elementary school.
Yeah.
But I mean, favorite subject in school is usually something that is discussed about in the context of being a lot younger.
Right. But I also.
But one's a lot easier for each of us to guess than the other, I think.
Right, and but I wanted to include college because that's where we met.
Yes, that too. I was getting to that.
Yeah.
So I could probably guess your elementary school one.
Yes.
Are you thinking of it? Have you thought of one?
Oh, I already know.
Okay, for you?
Yeah.
I'd probably say history.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that was my shit.
And
I should have taken A push and I didn't.
Okay.
And I don't know why I didn't. But I didn't.
I didn't do it.
Actually, no. That is a bullshit lie. I know why I didn't, but I should have.
Oh well.
It's fine. I took AP Government. It's all good.
So then, what would you say? What do you think mine would be?
Ooh. Because you like writing and you like movies, so I feel like yours is in English.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I really if I okay for that level of school there was I wouldn't because I was not academically inclined.
No.
Still am not, which is why I am not in any hurry to do a master's or whatever.
That's fair.
But it was always for me more a matter of what subject do I dislike the least.
Yeah.
As opposed to what's my favorite. And I would say English I never had any strong negative feelings about.
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably a
which
good
one were
answer.
you thinking of?
I wasn't really thinking of one.
Oh, fair enough.
I couldn't really, like I said, I besides what do freaking kids learn? Math, freaking social studies, fucking
Science,
there's just
PE, art,
music. There's still music. Yeah,
they made us do all of that. Yeah.
I mean, I liked music and I like what was the thing you said before that?
Art.
Art, yeah. But usually even though I liked them in concept, there wasn't usually a lot that we did in those classes that I really
I understand.
Clicked with. So
yeah.
Hey, Triceratops. So yeah, I'd say English is probably the best answer. The safest answer that I would have given.
Yeah.
So and then for college, I mean. The thing is, for college,
it's not,
subjects aren't really a thing in college.
Yeah, so
you sort of just do
your requirements.
A specific, you have classes so I guess what would be because you got Spanish 101, 102, whatever. So like going off of that, what each of us would think the other is our favorite.
Yeah.
I guess for you probably any kind of like poli-sci or fucking.
Yeah, I liked all my
yeah.
SIS classes.
I mean that
Well-
feels like almost like I mean. So okay, so then to make before I make my thought like, what would you say mine is?
Well, I know how much you love your gender and sexuality and media class.
Yes, but that's not a subject. It's just a class.
No. But I mean, all of your film classes, I think you liked
Yeah, no,
a lot.
exactly. So it's like the answers kind of just fall in line with like where we
What was
our
your
field,
major?
what our major was, and
Yeah.
what our like desired fields are. So like,
Yeah.
it's not really a challenging question. It's more
Yeah,
just kind
that's
of
fair.
making a statement for the fucking
Yeah,
for posterity.
but
so.
I think the favorite specific class I took in college was probably that like diplomatic history class. That was my shit, and I loved it so much.
All right. But see, I would have thought of that because I didn't even know that was the guy. We didn't know each other or share a ton of information with each other about our individual classes while we
No,
were
but
dating.
that was like my second to last semester. It was a great class, and it's because it was when you had your gender and sexuality and media class. That's when I was in either that or French, and we met up at in the SPA building beforehand.
How do you remember these things? My memories are not that good.
Well, I also remember there was another class, my like late antiquity or like whatever the fuck it was class, at like 5:30 on a Wednesday.
I remember you having a 5:30 class. Yeah.
Yeah, and I hated it. I hated that time, but it was a good class. The teacher loved me, and I still don't know why. You had a film screening at the same time.
Okay.
So we would meet up.
That would have been probably for my which semester was that?
That was
Oh, fuck me.
that was the last one. That was our last semester. I
Last
think.
one ever. Okay,
I
so
think
that probably
so.
would have been my freaking. Well, I never went to my Coen Brothers one. I never went to the screenings because I had something else, and I somehow still passed the class.
How?
I had like faked it the whole way through.
Fair enough. I mean, I faked it through grad school and still got straight A's.
So, which screening would it have been? Fuck. It wasn't Surrealism. That was like junior year.
It might have been our second to last, but I don't remember. I think it was I think it was the last one.
Yeah. I mean, I trust your memory on that. I mean, I'm sure there was a screening like class that I had or block that I had at that time. I just don't like.
Yeah.
I can't think of what's on my head.
That's fair. But we would meet in TAV beforehand, and you would buy me fries because I was always starving after class.
And there wasn't anything else you could eat there.
Yeah.
Everything else was fucking not vegetarian, or you didn't like it.
Yeah. That was a time.
And the TAV is why I'm pretty sure it's to blame for my fucking stomach problems now. Because I fucking ate the food there so often, and a lot of it was,
Unhealthy.
fried junk foody stuff. Yeah,
Well, it's fucking college. What the fuck else are you gonna eat?
Yeah, I mean, when I don't have a group of friends to go to freaking TDR with every single. Like, we had friends, but we didn't like do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, that's not. That's not.
Our
That's not
schedules
how.
were all over
yeah,
the place.
that's not
we were
how
all
we
in
roll.
different fucking like years.
Yeah.
But tavern is like a quick meal, and like you're not. Like, it's good for a quick meal, and like you're not self-conscious about not having people to freaking eat with. So,
Oh yeah, totes.
I just got fucking ass raped.
sorry.
Wow, fucking fifth die.
You want to start over?
That was the last one.
Oh shit.
I got first the rest of the time. So whatever.
Okay, good. All right. Well, point is, next question: what is your spouse's most prized possession?
It's either Lee's ashes or your necklace.
Ooh.
Well,
good
now
answers.
I'm not gonna say your fucking engagement ring is kind
that
of
doesn't count.
is kind of too obvious.
It
so.
is, and it doesn't count, even though
Yeah.
I love it very, very much. Ooh, that's a really good answer, and not the one that I thought of.
What'd you think of?
My bookshelf.
Wow. Sentimentality is not up your alley.
It is though, because I do treasure these very, very much.
Well, like when I think of a treasure possession, I think of like burning building situation. What do you grab? Like
Yeah, no, fair enough.
that kind
I
of
would,
thing.
Yeah, I would. I would probably try and grab all my books, but
You would fail.
I would fail. So my next my next my rational answer would be yes. Lee's ashes in my necklace.
Mm-hmm. So what would mine be? I'm trying to think what would mine be even.
I know how much. Gosh.
I'm trying to think if I do have a most treasured possession, is it here?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say your little Godzilla figures.
No.
Okay.
For being real, no.
Okay, fine.
But the fact you were thinking in terms of my Godzilla figures or a bookshelf, I think, shows what like where your mind went with that right away.
I'm sorry.
I was going for the more mature answer.
Yes, you were.
Gosh, is it? Because as far as things like that go, like I don't really have like any serious memorabilia of like my deceased family or
but I would
like
also say your dad's
anything I
picture.
hold in great value. I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't say it's a prize. There's lots of framed versions of that picture. It's not a one of a kind kind of thing,
no,
really.
that's fair.
Even though it does mean something to me, it's not like a priceless artifact.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But I also don't know if I can apply the whole burning building angle because, realistically, I think I would go for, what's, most irreplaceable, in the house, which would be, honestly, my laptop.
Yeah.
Maybe the Switch, maybe the PS5.
Yeah.
But also it's because they were expensive.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe my desktop computer, but I don't know if I can lift that, so or carry that out in a burning building. So.
I also would have said the hutch. It's a very prized possession of mine.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's very sentimental.
Oh, we got Birdo.
Gross. All right. Well, moving right along.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say if I have one. Is it something I keep here?
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, this is a good one. What is the best gift you've ever received from your spouse?
We've definitely said that before. I'm trying to think if that's still my answer, though.
I think I know your answer.
I think I know it too, but I need to consider is that has there been anything better since?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I know what mine is.
Okay.
Do I know what yours would be? I mean, the ring.
Cat pants.
Okay, all right. That's fair.
I love my
guess.
cat pants.
Yeah, the only article of clothing I ever bought you that you actually that had any fucking long-term value.
Hey, they're great.
I know. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just I'm more fucking deprecating myself.
Don't. As we all know, I am very picky when it comes to clothes.
Mm-hmm. So what's mine then?
I was gonna say the Godzilla mini
Yeah,
plushies.
yeah, that's what I decided to.
Yeah, they're so good.
Yes.
I was so proud of them. Although I would say that the Smiling Friends ones come in at a close second.
They're definitely top 5, but I might put, just because it was it holds long-term more long-term memory. Mm-hmm. I would also consider the Godzilla gnome figure. Yeah.
Yes, I love that thing. Okay,
because
I
that
don't.
felt
This is a weird one. Actually,
Beautiful.
I'd rather do this one than the next one. Okay, how does your spouse like their eggs cooked?
Fucking, you don't really eat eggs, but I guess I think I've only ever seen you eat them scrambled.
I've had sunny side.
Or the closest to sunny side that we are capable of.
Yeah.
Is that what you say?
I would say that. I also like over easy.
Okay. But again, you almost never eat eggs.
Yeah,
so.
but I know you like scrambled, so I'm going scrambled for you.
I mean, yeah, in general I do, but I'm not really good at cooking scrambled.
Yeah.
If I have to make my own eggs, I'll usually get them over easy.
Yeah.
Get them over easy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's just easier.
Yeah.
I am not a fucking chef.
No. All right. The next one does not apply to us.
I was a gay couple.
All right. What what is your spouse's favorite article of clothing on you?
Like, at this current moment, or like just in general?
In general.
Oh,
I already know your answer for me.
yeah, I know you do. I'm trying to think what the hell mine would be. Or what your answer would be.
I think you do know.
Do you know your answer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God! No!
Yes!
I know it!
Yes!
And I hate that I know it!
Yes!
Alright, well... Yeah, mine is what?
Any of those Betty's dresses. I know how much you love them. And I love them too, to be fair.
Yes, all the friggin' like knee-length dresses from
my favorite store.
Your favorite store in Montana. Yeah, those I think you look best in.
I do look very good in them.
So yes, and I know what yours is now.
Hell yeah, you do.
The sexy paperboy
hat. Yes. I need you to wear that to our wedding.
I probably won't.
Please, for me.
I'd also wear a top hat though, because like
right, fine.
that's what Aaron did.
All right,
and I
fine.
also thought that'd be
You know
funny.
what? You know what? We can compromise on this. You can wear a top hat for the ceremony, and a sexy hat for the reception.
Well, if I had any fucking like naval uniforms, that would be your favorite.
Yeah, they would. We all know that.
You sound like Paul O'Grady there. Oh yeah.
Oh, my so hot.
Well, there you go. Well, because there's only one AC unit.
Oh yeah,
right
no,
now.
that's good.
This is a 2 AC unit kind of day.
Yeah.
As will be tomorrow.
I mean, the next question is, how does your spouse take their coffee or tea?
I mean, you take a mocha.
I do, and you take a chai latte.
Yeah, so there you go. We neither of us take straight coffee.
No, but
we're not weird fucking 40-year-olds.
But with tea, I take it with milk, and you don't.
Well, it depends on the tea.
Yeah.
Like, you drink herbal tea way more than you drink, like, English, like breakfast tea.
That's true. I only have breakfast tea
is always
twice
like,
a week.
only, hey, I'm the cow, hey!
On weekends, yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, and for my chai, I usually take, milk in it. If it's the bag chai.
Yeah.
I usually put milk in it, so there you go.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Alright, next. What was your spouse's first impression of you?
Brown. Yes. and also last impression of me.
I would remember.
Okay,
That's the thing.
I was in a group with a bunch of other friends of ours that we still are friends with.
Yep.
And I was enjoying the wrestling show, and you were just kind of there because you I had nowhere else to be.
I had a crush on someone else.
Yeah, a crush on somebody else at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Whoops.
But then like once you started talking, I mean.
Yeah.
I remember the conversations that we had early on, but
yeah.
I legitimately don't remember like what started them or like why or like what impetus there was for us to like even really start talking in the first place. Besides
I
just
actually
like,
do remember.
You were cool. Okay, what?
I actually do remember. It was back in summer 2015. And you invited me to play Cards Against Humanity with it was you, me, Daniela, I think Chris was there, I think James was there.
Because I remembered you from Mania.
Yeah.
And this was the summer
after
this like the end start like near the start of the fall semester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then that's why you messaged me, and then we just kind of started talking after that.
Yeah, but I do remember like we were like very very quickly we were like kind of talking like most every day like we were like just we definitely talked the most we ever did like at this like in the first like year like we talked
every day.
Yes, but I mean like in the year of 2015, I talked to you over like Facebook Messenger way more than I did like in person.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know how often we even talked in person. Like in that first year.
Yeah.
Like most of our almost all of our like actual conversations were like over Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
And we still communicate better over that anyway to this day.
No.
So I just am better at like getting thoughts out like in text form.
I think we communicate very very well IRL.
Well, yeah. And if there's ever like the only reason why I might prefer talking over Messenger about certain things is just that I'm able to articulate better.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Over text.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And otherwise, I take kind of like long pauses before like thoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a serious conversation. So
Yeah, I understand.
so my brain be slow. So
No, I like your brain.
but you don't deny that it's slow.
Nope.
Cool.
I love you.
Okay, so I mean, I guess so that was. I mean, so in first impressions, I mean.
I always thought that you were like really fun to talk to.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to be, and
Yeah.
I was comfortable in that group, so I was able to kind of be me,
Yeah.
which I think was good. I wasn't like really as much in my shell as I usually am.
Yeah.
My emotional shell.
Oh
I'm
my
not as much.
God.
I wasn't like, you know, I was rediscovering myself with
Yes.
this group of people.
Yes.
I think like if I'd still been kind of like shell, like you know,
Shy.
or like dialed back, you know, like by that point, you know, we probably would have really.
Yeah.
Kind of like just ships passing in the night, kept that type of thing, you know.
But I'm really glad we were.
Yeah, no, of course.
Okay.
And I guess my first impression, like, I mean, I guess my first impressions of you were just that you were, you know, you were one of the only girls in the group, and
That is true.
you know, I remember seeing you at Mania, and
Yeah.
I quickly learned that we had a lot of like things in common, so
Yeah.
I just you know thought you were fun to talk to because you weren't like nearly as like you know.
Chatty.
Well, you were definitely like less like you know upfront than you know you were when I go back in actually old like recordings that we did, old like videos we did.
I'm so much nicer.
Back when we were still like friends, yeah, you were way nicer to me in those than you were after like 10 years, which is like you know just how it is. It's like you know those memes of like. You try a lot harder in the first few like years of a relationship than you do like you know once you've you know reached a certain level of comfort and like time has passed. Then like you're more like you know you're more chill. You don't mind as much.
Yeah.
You become more comfortable around each other. You're not trying to put on like you know
a
show or a front or be like a greater version of yourself than you need to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yes, so there you go.
Yeah. All right. Where did we go on our first date together?
Was it fucking Open City?
No.
Or was it Shake Shack?
It was Shake Shack.
It was one or the other.
It was Shake Shack.
I don't remember. I couldn't remember if Shake Shack was like the actual first or just one of our. I knew it was one of our first. I just didn't know if it was our actual first.
I think it was the actual first.
But I mean, but also like, was that a date or was that just like us going as like friends?
I think that was a date.
Because Open City was definitely like a date.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember that.
Yeah, it was.
So like just I don't know like how close we were to an actual relationship at that point when Shake Shack kind of happened. Because that was like what, September?
No, I think that was no. I think that was after we started dating because it was when we actually made it Facebook official.
We then went to Shake Shack.
Yeah. I think I remember this happening.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, like,
Yeah.
as we've seen, my memory is not what it always was.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, like but then it's possible that Open City was before that, but we just weren't dating yet.
I think we were because we went there with Susie.
That was different. That was separate. Like we
Yeah.
definitely went as just the two of us.
Yeah.
Before we went with Susie and Daniela and stuff, and that's where they fucking figured it out.
Yeah.
We definitely had been like as just the two of us before that. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
But again, like I don't remember if it was before or after Shake Shack or before or after we were like you know.
I think
actually
it was
official.
after because I think the time we got to we like ate out together before we started dating was actually at Steak and Egg. I remember that.
I can't say that I do. I mean, we definitely went to Steak and Egg like in the early days of our relationship, but I have no memory of like a Steak and Egg like you know date that like was like a significant like thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it was. I don't know, but I mean, obviously we went quite a bit when we lived there, and I would go back.
That I don't remember. No.
What?
The first one was what were we wearing on our first date? And
Fuck, I don't fucking know. Jesus, sitting anywhere every day. Jeez.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Where did we have our first kiss?
In Nebraska 110.
On the couch.
On the couch,
Yep.
watching The Dark Knight Rises.
Yep.
The movie hadn't ended yet, but we were just kind of flirting back and forth for a while.
Yeah.
And then you had to give me a very, very strong clue.
Yes.
Or a very strong hint.
Yes.
That that was what you wanted.
Yeah.
And only then did I actually do it. So,
Yep.
to my credit, I still did it.
Yep. I'm very proud of you.
You know, I wouldn't have fuck you. I wouldn't have thought that of myself. You know, not.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. Only like a year or so prior, you know, I don't know that if that was, you know, would have been a good time, but, you know, right time, right place, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yep. Okay. Where did we take our first trip as a couple?
Oh, no. It was the first cruise, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, boy, we fucking aimed high.
We...
Aimed high and almost missed.
I'm not going to say that it was bad.
You always say it was bad!
Yeah, but now I'm trying to be better about that.
Good.
Because it was not that bad.
No.
It wasn't that great, but it was not that bad.
I think for a first trip, I'm surprised it went as well as it did.
Same. I'm surprised we didn't kill each other after that.
Like, I wouldn't even, I'm not even going that far. But, we pulled it off, successfully. There was no, you know,
there was no
incident.
fuckery.
There was no, you know, serious problem.
No.
We were in good spirits, 90% of the time.
Yes.
Obviously, it was on a budget because we were in college still.
Yes.
But because your mom couldn't do your cruise, we went on one together. And I think hopefully that helped with that fact.
Yes,
to some
that
extent.
one was much better.
But no, I'm saying hopefully it helped to the fact of why she couldn't come.
Yes.
I hope we still had it was about having a good time.
Yes, but that wasn't that cruise.
That cruise wasn't in replacement of what you would have would have done then.
That one was for my 21st birthday.
I know we did that, but I thought that came after at least a year or so after that decision got made for her not to go.
No, so that was a separate. That was the Europe cruise.
I know there was an official replacement cruise, but I still feel I still remember that the first one we did being thought of because of that.
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe not, but that's what I remember.
Fair enough. All right. How did we spend our first Valentine's Day together? Oh, I remember this.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
We didn't go to the ballet.
Nope.
Not yet.
Nope.
Obviously, there was no Max Brenner yet.
Nope.
Did we go to Open City?
I think we did. No, actually we didn't.
Okay.
No.
But we went somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
We saw a movie.
Oh, we saw Deadpool.
We did.
Fuck yeah, goddamn.
We saw Deadpool.
And that's our fucking our tradition now.
It is. And we went to this because we went to the theater in Chinatown.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to this really crappy Italian restaurant nearby. And it was so shit.
It was a Maggiano's.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was another Maggiano's, I thought.
No, it wasn't. It was something else.
I feel like it was a second. It was another Maggiano's occasion.
I don't think it was.
Which would fall in line with your memory, though. So
yeah,
it's possible, but it might not have been. I don't know, but the theater was packed, and there was no assigned seating back then.
Yeah, no, this was before
assigned
seating.
So before the thing was everywhere.
Yeah.
So I had to sit in the fucking aisleway next to her her fucking aisle seat.
Yep.
In the corner of the fucking theater.
Yep.
And I missed the fucking scene where he breaks all his fucking appendages.
He does.
Because I fucking had to use the bathroom or something.
Yeah. But then the people next to me left, so you got to sit.
Yeah,
next
they left
to me.
early, so I was able to fucking
Yeah, you sat next to me.
I got to sit for part of the movie at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was our.
That was our first Valentine's
yep,
Day.
and then every year since we've watched Deadpool 1.
Yes.
Wow, I got raised again.
Alrighty.
Don't wave. Ninth is something to be proud of. Fuck. It's with there's 20 people, maybe there is, but it is, but fuck.
Alright, who is the most romantic?
Do you think there's an obvious answer?
No, but I'm trying to think.
I think you have more romantic ideas, but the execution of them is usually just kind of yay, fun.
Yeah.
But not super oh, is that second? Fuck off.
I think you have the more romantic, like, gestures.
Yeah, and I think I have like more romantic instincts only because I'm like way too empathetic.
You're not too empathetic. Shut up.
But yeah, Bowser Jr. I got Bowser Jr. at least. There you go.
Oh, cool.
But you come up with you frequently come up with more cute ideas than I do.
Yeah.
For different things.
Yeah.
Is this a ceremony? No, what is this? Oh, it's a special cup.
Oh yeah, it must be.
Is there a cutscene? Whoa, wait. Oh, it's on my trophy. Did you see this when you played?
No.
Maybe you did. You skipped it. I don't know.
I might have.
Is this? Yeah. Okay. That's special. But you unlocked special cup, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You don't remember seeing this?
I think I skipped it.
it's probably yeah. Well, now I have fucking OCD, ADD, autism, whatever, bipolar disorder because 3 of my fucking all but one of them was freaking gold, and then one was silver.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle. Jeez, they did a whole freaking cutscene. The hell? Like all these characters I don't play, why are they in this cutscene?
Seriously.
Do the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, hey, it's San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. And now it's fucking Cinderella's castle.
Hell yeah, it is.
Silurenda Castle. Hey, okay, cute.
Very cute.
Well, is that now available in the free roam area? I wonder. I'll have to go check it out sometime. Okay, there. Cool.
All right.
I may as well do it.
All right.
All right. So what's next?
Who is the funniest?
I think we each say each other just because that's how we are. But
I also think that you're just a way more like
I try harder to be funny, but I think usually when you're funny, it's like unintentional.
Yeah.
Like you're
or like mean.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think I definitely try harder to be funny, but I think like you also. That being said, you also like are funny just naturally some of the time because of just the way you say certain things.
Yeah.
Tends to be funny. I'm pulling up the cloud.
That all tracks.
Cool.
Fuck off, you stupid ball.
Stupid fucking ball.
All right, who is a better listener?
Me.
Yeah.
I know you want to listen more than you sometimes do.
Yeah.
I know, like, I'm pretty sure, like, 9 times out of 10 when you aren't listening, it's not, like, intentionally so. It's just, I think, again, I think it might be tism, I don't know.
It
but
probably is.
You, like, your focus can easily kind of be distracted.
Yeah.
And then once it's distracted, you're kind of, like, stuck on that.
Yeah, that is a true statement.
So I know it's, like, not out of, like, any sort of, like,
It's not malicious.
Right, it's not out of any sort of, like, genuine, like, just disinterest.
Yeah.
But it definitely happens more often, I would say.
Yeah, I need to talk to my therapist about that.
Yeah, I'll see why not. But yeah, there you go.
Alright.
That's a hard question to fucking put on a Newlyweds thing without someone getting their feelings hurt, I feel like.
I know.
That's a risky question.
It's BuzzFeed.
Yeah, so I would expect BuzzFeed to be more normie than that.
That's fair enough. Alright, who says I'm sorry first in an argument?
Me. I think you say sorry a lot about other things, but I think if we're arguing, like, if we're arguing about something, at least this most recent time, I was the one to say sorry first.
Yeah.
I think if I'm, like, shut off, it's sort of your instinct to, like, shut off as well.
Yeah.
Or if I'm, like, I'm visibly upset, that makes you upset just because of, like, I assume just because of, like, my demeanor just puts you in a bad mood or whatever.
It doesn't put me in a bad mood, it just makes me sad.
Right, okay. But my point is, it's not always your instinct to, like, try to, like... I'm not saying it's always my instinct to try and fix situations. Like, sometimes when I'm, like, genuinely upset about something or, like, something's bothering me, like, I often need my, space and my time to, like, digest it or whatever.
Yeah, I understand.
But I also think, like, I think it just depends on who's, like, sort of who's in the wrong, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I think usually we're both pretty good at, like, recognizing who was in the wrong.
Yeah.
In situations like that, or
Yeah,
who like
we are.
who overstepped, or who
Yeah.
Said the wrong thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And then usually that person, I think, 9 times out of 10
apologizes.
is the one to apologize first. Yeah.
Yes, I would agree.
So, I'm a wiggler now. Cool.
Yes.
I'm a wiggler now. Cool.
Good for you, super proud. Ooh.
Acorns. Fuck. All right.
Alright, what is your spouse's favorite restaurant to dine out at?
Of all time, or like,
I would say currently.
do you know it? Do you know yours?
I think so, but I'm trying to think of yours.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
I mean,
I've never remembered.
are we limiting it to places that like you and I go to like semi regularly, or just like
That's
of all
what
time?
I kind of want to limit it to.
Yeah, because of all time, it's hard to say. You know, like, and like even if like I have ideas, like if I have ones that first come to mind for me that just aren't like open anymore, like
Yeah.
I think it's hard to like reconcile a different one. So
Yeah.
I would so I would limit it to like our kind of like
Our
regular
current rotation.
Maybe not even that, because I don't even know how many of those are like I can consider. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I consider like favorites.
Yeah.
But I would say like realistically, I would probably go for you with Kraft.
Yes. I was actually thinking Black Barn.
The Black one more than Kraft.
I think so.
Okay.
I like their souffle more.
Yes, that's true.
They have a better souffle.
But that is one item.
I know, but I do like
That
Kraft.
alone sets it like above everywhere else.
No.
I mean, if it does, you can tell me. I'm just asking.
No,
I'm
I don't
surprised
think.
by that.
I think they're very neck and neck because there are things I love about both, but for different reasons. Like I really like Kraft salads, and I like their pasta a lot. But I also like Black Barn's pasta that I like. That it's very good. I like their souffle, and I like their cocktails.
Yeah. Whereas with
Kraft, I usually get wine.
yeah, and with Kraft, it's usually like, their menu does change more often than Black Barn's does. So like, sometimes it's just predicated on what's available.
Yeah, but I like both. I'm not gonna say that you're wrong, because I don't think you are. But yeah.
Okay.
I would more say Black Barn is my favorite because you and I can go there ourselves.
Yeah, I know
on
we can, but
occasion.
like.
But with Kraft, we usually wait for like someone else to be in town to pay for
Yeah,
it.
we do, but that's not because we like it less. It's just
Yeah.
because that's like what makes the most sense. Like
Yeah.
from a practical standpoint.
Yeah.
But like, if we could go to Kraft more often, like, would
I
you even bother going to Black Barn?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I like both for different reasons.
Okay, that's fair. But then I wonder, like, if we couldn't go to Kraft at all, would anything really be lost?
I don't
Versus
think so.
like if we could go to Black Barn at all, would anything feel really lost?
I would be sad if we couldn't go to Black Barn anymore because I like going to it before shows.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so that's fair, I guess.
And I think that Black Barn, it has a level of accessibility
Yeah.
that Kraft just, as much as I like it, just doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think that it edges out.
Okay, that makes sense.
For you,
I think if I had to limit it to like ones that are like accessible to us,
yeah.
I think you know the answer, but it's not in our regular rotation. If I had to pick one in the city that like,
The fucking barbecue place.
yeah, that's what I would go with. I think as far
Yeah.
as like,
Well, that's
close
fair.
by places.
I
know,
got you.
within that
Yeah.
So there you go.
That makes sense. All right.
But of all time, it's like when I think about one of my favorite restaurants, even if it wasn't probably like objectively that good, I remember
Yeah.
just ones of my childhood that like stood out to me that I was
Yeah,
like
like,
going
I
to
always-
like, for
I will-
birthdays and stuff.
Sushi Hana will always have a very special
Yes.
place in my heart.
Yes.
As will Cafe Dolce, even if it doesn't fucking exist anymore, which is rude.
Catalyst.
And Catalyst.
And Penelope.
Why? Why do you do this to me?
Fuck you.
I think I'm more sad that Penelope is gone because now our brunch is limited to Sarabeth's, even though I love Sarabeth's.
Yeah, it's just hard. It's not as easy to get to like
Yeah.
in like a timely manner.
Yeah. Which I kind of want to go to Cerebeth sometime.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe before we go to Nantucket.
Yeah,
Go to Cerebeth.
yeah, why not?
Okay, what is your spouse's favorite dessert?
Chocolate souffle.
Yay!
There you go.
I do love a souffle.
Yes. Is that what you would said?
I think probably.
Yeah, it's easy.
I'm
you,
still
you like
salty.
you like a lot of desserts.
I
but,
like a lot of chocolate.
Yes, but that's if you had to choose like
If I had to choose
a
one,
perfect chocolate thing or like
it'd probably be a souffle. Yeah, I do
so
love a
too.
souffle.
Yeah.
And I'm still salty that the one at BPR wasn't fucking there. Still mad.
Something to go back for, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. What would you say mine is?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to top that for me.
Yeah.
Even if like there's like a freaking like dessert menu with like a bunch of like good sounding things.
Yeah.
Like it's hard for me to resist like a fucking good like potentially oversized like restaurant chocolate chip
Yeah.
cookie.
No, and I know we're gonna get that at Brotherhood next week.
Yeah.
We can't,
Oh
we
yeah,
have
I'm
to.
sure.
We can't not.
It's true.
All right. After I'm done with this little thing, actually no. Once we're done with this, once you're done with this we can switch it over.
Yes.
Even though I'm not quite done with this round, I don't.
No, if you'd rather just focus on that, that's fine.
No.
Let me know.
It's not a big deal because
Let
I
me-
want to.
Let me know once. Let me know once I'm done with Special Cup.
Yes.
And then we'll go from there.
All right, perfect. All right, what is the best vacation we took together?
I think your answer would probably be Italy cruise.
Yeah, I did love that one.
Yeah.
But I'm so stoked for this next one.
Well, me too. Yeah. I'm hoping it all goes to plan.
I am hopeful as well,
And,
which I still actually
if
need
it
to buy
does-
something for it, but it's fine.
And if it does, then yay.
Yes.
And yeah. So,
I think for
what would you say my favorite was?
Gosh. That's hard.
Yeah, because so many of our trips we go on are mostly catered to you.
Oh, you're making me feel guilty!
Yeah, I'm not saying that as like a, I still enjoy them very much.
Yeah.
And words.
I think
I think you could probably, if I had to pick one, I think you
Yeah.
know what I'd pick.
I think probably our second Disneyland run.
Well,
That one was
that
good.
was that was up when I was wedding, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
I think it's probably
It's hard to consider that like a full-on vacation though, because we were
Yeah.
going for a wedding.
That's true.
So excluding like
Excluding
things
that.
like that, excluding like asterisks like that.
Yeah.
What would you say mine was? That was just a pure just like vacation.
probably our England trip.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, because that one was we did good.
Yeah, and I think we got the things we wanted to do in
Yeah,
there and
and-
everything. I
and,
think it was our most like efficient and things for all of
Yeah.
us like
Yeah.
trip that we took.
And I loved seeing Pat.
Yes, of course.
I never get
I
to
love
see
meeting
her.
Pat.
Yes,
I
never
love
get to see
seeing
her.
members of my family as well.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
I remember that.
What is your spouse's favorite holiday?
What is your favorite color? So I think you, I think you're like,
I'm a holiday freak.
yes, and I think like you would want to say yours is Halloween, but I
don't think
maintain
it is,
that it's Christmas.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Even though I love spooky season
Yeah.
very much, Christmas is where it's at.
Yeah, no, there's just more enjoyment to be had with Christmas. I
Yeah.
think for me as well.
And I think yours is probably Christmas as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
it
think if you want to be different, I know you love Thanksgiving.
I do more than you do.
Yes.
Um,
just because I just don't have any like traditions
Right,
surrounding
like, yeah,
Thanksgiving
you're-
the way I do with Christmas.
Growing up, your Thanksgivings were pretty just basic,
Yeah.
if even like acknowledged.
Yeah, I mean they were acknowledged.
I think in part because
school
probably
law.
because your dad was not from here,
I
so
think
it's possible
that,
he
but
didn't
also
really
we
care.
just didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like when I had Thanksgiving with Lee.
You guys saved like your family gatherings for Christmas.
Yeah.
Whereas for us, we never like. Our Christmases were never like big like sections of family all together. Like
Yeah.
it was always we had our private like Christmas like as
Yeah.
with the immediate family.
Yes, and I prefer
and then
that.
saw each other like after the fact or whatever.
Yes, and I prefer that.
Yes, I know you do. So I think like once we do a your family Christmas,
You will see why I am driven crazy.
yes, but also like once we've done that and once
Yeah.
certain members are no longer around, you'll probably if you're not going to Missoula, you'll be going with coming to Connecticut.
Well, I actually think that what I may do in future after we get married is I may spend Christmas Day of with you, and then go to Missoula after.
Yeah, we had that thought too, because traveling from our current area to Missoula is way easier than from California. Somehow, that is the case.
It's not even easier. It's just I don't want to travel twice in a week.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, like you only have to take the train up to see my family.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're free to get an Uber or whatever, have one of us drive you to the train station.
Yeah.
And just go. Yeah, just have to do one set of trips. One set of flights.
It's easier that way for me.
No, totally. I mean, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't love my family, because I do, but this is no. Yeah, but Christmas was always very, even though I hated parts of Christmas.
Yes.
There were other parts that I loved. Which is why I was kind of hesitant to bring you to California at all, because the parts of Esmond Shade Christmas that I got enjoyment from no longer happen.
Yeah, that's fair. But then also, you never would have wanted me to go to an Esmond Shade Christmas. I shouldn't say the name, but
it's fine.
In the early days of the early years of our relationship, you wouldn't want me to back then you wouldn't have wanted me to see you in that fucking environment.
No, not at all.
But now that we've grown a little,
yeah,
and certain things have happened to where it almost becomes necessary.
Yeah.
To some extent for us to do it at some point before it's too late.
Yes. I agree.
You're a lot more open to the idea now.
Yeah.
Rainbow Road, let's go.
All right. What is your spouse's favorite hobby?
What is your favorite color? Knitting.
Yes.
It's your only hobby, really, besides
watching my shows and
video
games.
That's your Peyton Royce.
Yeah. What's Peyton's one hobby?
Well, that was the story she told about going to Vince, I guess, trying to get some kind of something interesting out of her as a person to work into a gimmick.
Yeah.
And she basically, as she put it, made the mistake of saying that she's kind of just a homebody.
Yeah.
That she isn't that interesting of a person.
Yeah.
Just kind of being at home with her pets and her shows or with her Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the moment she felt where Vince kind of gave up on her, because it was she's this but you can still fucking come up with interesting gimmicks for people that are just possibly just boring as human beings, that's kind of what the whole wrestling were. I mean, most wrestling stars of the early days of Vince's day were interesting people and characters, living characters.
Yeah.
But that's not really a thing anymore.
No.
It doesn't have to be like that.
No, not at all.
So there's no reason to freaking just say well, can't do anything with this person. That's a freaking that's not on them. That's on you.
Yeah.
You can say that's your freaking reaction.
I would say yours is writing.
Yep. I would say so too.
Yes.
Because editing is no longer a hobby. Editing is fully a job now.
Yes.
And it's a job that I'm good at, I think, and I take to naturally, but can be rough, like any job.
Yeah,
can be rough.
for sure.
So I prefer just writing as my escape now.
Yeah.
And video games, I guess, to an extent.
Yeah.
But that's calling video games a hobby feels makes you sound like a fucking dry ass not fucking just weird human being. So
yeah, that's fair.
I don't freaking leave that up anymore.
All right. How would you describe your spouse in 5 words?
Okay. Well, I mean, we can't guess that with each other.
No,
there's too many freaking words to
and one of my words for you is not brown.
Yeah, well, should it?
Well, it's not.
Yeah, no, I don't think either of us could guess what the other would say with any sort of accuracy.
Yeah.
Because I think we're both way too mean to ourselves.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm fine with saying mine first.
Okay,
I don't want
go
to put you on the spot.
Okay.
I would say passionate.
Yes.
Smart.
Yes.
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 You're right.
I am so
accept
smart.
that. Fuck off. Easy box. Fuck. Oh well. What the? Oh, okay. Jeez, I don't know what happened there. Opinionated.
On occasion.
Loyal.
Yes.
And cute. Well, that's kind of a cop out one, but
It is.
I don't want them to all be like, I respect you answers. I need one to be like a sweet one.
Okay, fair enough.
So there you go.
Alright. You are funny.
That's a sweet one.
Hardworking. Cute.
There you go. Then we had to have one in common. Poop. Abomination. Yes.
No.
That was something else.
Creative.
Mm-hmm.
How many is that for?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Last one. You're also smart, but in your own way.
In your own special way, you are smart. Ow.
That is not what I meant, and you know it. All right, fine. I'll come up with a different word.
Okay, you take it back. Cool.
Take backsies. Gosh. Because you are smart.
Okay, then fine. You say it.
Yeah.
Damn, this is cool.
I think you're. Yeah, you're smart.
Yeah, and this. I definitely. Fuck! Don't ruin this for me, Blue Shell. Oh my God! What happens now? Do I gotta skip that whole? Oh wow! Oh.
Nope.
It just put me right back on the fucking fly path.
Yep.
And the friggin' it was like a float just went by with a bunch of characters on it, all of whom are from other levels.
Oh my God!
I love that.
Yes.
Everyone, the game's
That's
all together.
great.
There you go. Nice.
Yes. All right.
Again, I do think I am knowledgeable about certain things.
Yes, you.
I can speak intelligently on more than one subject.
And you have, and I also think you get more into things than say I would, and you become very knowledgeable about them.
Sure.
You have your
Tism, I know, yeah.
No, I mean maybe.
Maybe. I'm diagnosed. We're pretty sure.
We're pretty sure.
Yeah.
We already did this.
God damn, this is
All right.
beautiful.
Hey, what is your spouse's favorite color?
There it is. Pink for you.
Yes.
And for me it is brown.
Yeller.
Yeah, go with
Yeller.
Yeah. Honest favorite color, yes. I think yellow gives me the most joy.
That's fair.
Even though I don't wear yellow and don't
Yeah.
look good in yellow.
Well, no one looks good in yellow.
But yeah, as far as colors that that I resonate with.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the first indication that I was not fully straight.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's what I go
also,
with.
I still don't understand why people paint their babies' rooms yellow. Yellow is not a gender neutral. Why is yellow the gender neutral color? It makes no sense.
But whose gender is it?
What?
Okay, what gender is yellow then?
There isn't one. It's gender neutral.
Yeah, so what?
But why? But why have it be yellow? Be that color? I don't get it.
I mean, it's kind of in the middle of the spectrum of things.
I guess.
Red people associate more with women, I would say.
Yeah.
And red's all the way on that side.
Yeah.
Same with orange probably, and yellow's kind of in the middle, and then you get to green and blue, which are more boy colors.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think just darker you go, and yellow's in the middle between red and purple,
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Queen coffer.
What is your spouse's best quality?
Well, I guess best quality is different from favorite quality, so I would
Yes.
say probably your strongest quality is, like I've said, your passion for things. When you
Yes.
feel strongly about something,
Yes.
and, you don't back down from it, and you fight for it, and
Yes. And
don't stray from it.
my best quality, that reminds me of my best quality at work, which was time management, because I care very deeply about things being on time and being done in a certain order.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, and when things weren't to your time at work,
Yes.
and I'm sure in the future when things aren't to your time in other works,
Yes. I freaked
you,
out.
Yeah, no, you get the shakes a little bit.
A little bit. I think your best.
Sakura season, it says.
Yes!
Arigo Racer, Happy Chappler.
Your best quality, I would say, is your is that you even though like I know I have things to work on about my listening, I think that your listening is probably your best quality.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I think you are good at listening.
Mm-hmm.
Listener-san, asumo. Okay. Okay.
Which, by the way, still speaking of timing, still nothing from the Home Depot or the warehouse or whatever.
Nope.
That's weird.
I emailed them this morning about the COI.
Mm-hmm.
And I checked the friggin' tracker and it still said it was set to be tomorrow, so I don't know what the hell is going on.
Did he give a time frame?
No.
Oof. I mean, are they gonna tell us like tomorrow what their time frame is? Like,
Probably.
the guy said like could be like from like 9 to 1, which I mean, okay, but like
I'll check again.
we still have to like show fucking the
Yeah.
building the freaking insurance shit.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know what's going on.
Ugh.
It's stressing me out.
It's annoying.
Alright, cool. I think I'm in a place where I can take over.
Okay. Birdo collection number 10.
Ooh.
You.
You know what? Sweet. Why am I so sweaty?
I mean, because you were doing stuff, and also the AC is only the only one AC unit's on.
Yeah.
I mean, I put it on like freaking medium, it's not low, so.
Yeah.
Still, yeah, it's
Just so hot.
just gross. It's even when you have freaking AC, it just feels like gross in here.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Alright, cool. That is enough for now. I'm over having a timeline for being done with this fucking sweater.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll
I'll get to it when I get to it.
There, yeah.
Alright, here's one.
Okay.
What is your spouse's worst habit?
I guess for you, like worrying too much about things.
Yeah.
Like, you get anxiety very easily about stuff, and that's what I would
Oh,
say
should
for
you
you.
for the controller?
I know.
And I.
Look at the pretty pictures.
Nah, so pretty. Gosh, your worst. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean.
I mean, if I prefer your honest answer.
Just your memory.
Yeah, no, I totally, I'm in agreement with you there.
Yeah.
I need constant reminding of things. I think my brain power has just gone down over the years.
Aw, poor baby.
I don't know from what specifically, but
All right.
who knows?
Who is the better cook?
You. I mean, I can cook some things,
Yeah.
but like nothing that you can eat because
Yeah.
I'm not a vegetarian.
Yeah.
So.
What is your spouse's biggest pet peeve?
I feel like this is kind of like a little like just. I think.
Tism?
No, more like just kind of like I don't say easy, but like just. While not incorrect, I don't know if this is what you would say yours is.
Okay.
But I would say something in like the area of like just being like micromanaged, I guess.
Yeah, I hate
like
it.
you.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's hard to like. It can be hard to like tell you different than what you feel or what you prefer to do. So.
Yeah, like just give me a thing to do, give me a time frame and directions, and I will get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too many cooks in the kitchen does not behoove you.
But I also think that would be a good answer for you, because I've seen it happen. Well, I haven't seen it. I've heard you talk about how that happens sometimes at work, and how much it drives you crazy.
I mean, hey, that's cute.
Very cute.
Yeah, it drives me crazy, but it doesn't like. I'd sort of say beyond like of the work environment, like it's not something that universally kind of bothers me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like I've always considered myself more of a follower than a leader.
Yeah.
You know, just from just the way my life went in certain ways.
Yeah.
But so.
Are we on my file or?
I am.
Thank you.
But something like universally gets on my nerves, or is it a pet peeve of mine? Hey. King Boo.
Fancy Boo.
This was a pirate Boo I saw like earlier.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I'm about to get pirate.
Is that a
Boo.
freaking? Pirate Boo I think would be in you go wherever you want. It's fine.
Okay.
If you actually aren't like going off of that, then don't let me stop you from whatever you were going off of.
Well, I was gonna, because I got the 100, I got the 3 stars for this, so I'm now gonna move to this.
Oh yeah, okay,
3
yeah,
stars.
yeah, no, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I just wasn't sure what your game plan was. Okay, so do I have to freaking do you have to freaking take the laptop?
Yeah.
Ow.
Well, we can.
Okay. But I guess what's my like sort of universal
Pet peeve.
pet peeve? I mean,
you don't like being you don't like feeling like you're not being listened to.
yeah, that's probably what that's probably what I would think. That's what I would say too. Yeah, I think that's if that could be considered a pet peeve, then yeah.
I would say so.
Okay. What is your spouse's hidden talent? Hidden talent? I think I have an answer for that for you. Do you think you have one for me?
No, I'm trying to think.
That's fine, you got shells.
That was bad.
Wait. Aha.
Fuck you, slut. Hidden. Ooh,
It's hard to think while you're fucking drunk while you're playing Mario Kart though too.
It is, but I also like it because you're like I like multitasking.
It's like automatic. Yeah.
Yeah. I hit one of the fucking Easter Island heads.
Freaky.
99 Easter Island.
Yeah, those are from Mario Land, I think, and that's why there's music from Mario Land. Yeah. Well, for you, I would probably say your ear for dance choreography.
Yeah.
That's hidden because you just kind of do it. You're on your own self.
Yeah.
So, I've seen you like choreograph dances in your head to
random
different
songs.
Yeah, not random songs, like
songs
similar.
that I like.
Yeah, similar songs.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I could not have avoided that.
Yeah, really.
Okay. I think your it's not really hidden, but I would say a special talent of yours would be the like old music videos that you used to make.
I mean, that's kind of that's just editing though. I said that's not really hidden. That's what that became my like profession. So, if I had to say one for if I had to say one for me, I would probably say
yes.
I guess if media literacy is a talent.
I would say that too. I think you're very
possess
good.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You do possess very good media literacy.
So, cool. All right. Spouse's favorite movie of all time. Well, you know mine.
Yes.
That's easy. But what would you say for you?
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't know. I like a lot.
I could probably say like I could probably guess like your top 3, or like in no particular order.
We can go top 3.
Excluding like franchises.
Okay, yes, we can exclude the franchises because that's I don't.
How to Marry a Millionaire.
Yes.
Roman Holiday.
Yes.
And
damn it.
Fuck
you, slut.
Go.
I I do love cooking.
Yeah. Cool. You know mine.
Yes, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's no need for a top three for me. Mine's easy.
But also, they're really fucking good movies.
No, of course. Fucking, yeah, but that's my go-to answer for that
Yeah,
question, and I stand by
oh,
it.
hey, look,
to
we're
this
in
day.
Dune World.
I know, fucking hell. They put those things on like more than one level, which to me seems kind of
they
lazy, but
scare
whatever.
me.
I think they make the most sense in this kind of area,
Yeah,
but
they do.
they look the exact same in other areas. Oh, good set. Okay, hang back. Ah, get fucked.
Ah, fuck you, slut.
Alright. Next is, who's your spouse's favorite music artist?
Oh, God, can we skip that?
Let's skip that?
Yeah. I don't have one.
I would, well, if I were to say like currently,
Yeah.
would I be correct? Would I be incorrect in saying Sabrina for you?
No.
Currently?
Currently, she's one of my favorites.
Yeah. You love Lady Gaga in general.
I do.
You love 16 Tones. What do you get?
Another day older and deeper in debt.
You like a lot of musical soundtracks, obviously. But
Obviously.
I don't know. I think that's kind of a
That
cheap
doesn't
answer.
count, yeah.
Like it's not asking genre, it's asking artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say either of us particularly have a like all-time music favorite artist.
Oh, fuck you.
That's like one more lap. That's fine.
Yeah.
If there hadn't been a lap left, that would have been bullshit.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and I mean, for me,
I don't know. I think right now. God.
I mean, I really just go through phases of listening to like certain kinds of music.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm back. I'm back. I'm reuniting or familiarizing myself with a band from like my teenage years that I really liked a lot.
Yeah.
So if I had to like say my answer, then I would say. But I guess I do have a lot of music of certain groups and stuff or artists on my like in my library and such.
Yeah.
If I had to go with them, I'd probably say something like I mean, Queen is a little too easy. It's like freaking everyone would say that.
Yeah.
I would say Disturbed is definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
And then so is the band Nightwish, which is one I've been revisiting.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wouldn't know any of that. Like I don't really like, you know,
No.
my tastes and my like what I'm in the mood for sort of
Depends.
Yeah, like, it spreads throughout a wide fucking berth. So
Yeah.
you know, it's hard to say.
All right.
Alright.
Next.
Your spouse's biggest guilty pleasure. Well, for you, it's fucking bad rom-coms from the fucking 2000s.
Hey! Those things are great! I don't know what the hell you're on about. Those things are goddamn classics.
You like Princess Diaries too?
I never said I didn't.
Unironically. Get the food, get the food. Aw. We're never gonna get any more Boo costumes if you just stick with friggin'.
Yeah, but I like.
But it'll be sent back to him during the next race.
Yeah, but I like Fancy Boo.
There you go.
I only need Fancy Boo. I don't need any other costumes. The only one I need is Fancy Boo.
All I need in life. Well, fuck you.
All I need in life is Fancy Boo.
Anyway.
Should I get a boobs bra?
I would laugh if you did, yes. Yeah, well, you know my guilty pleasure is, I guess, if I had to pick one, probably you could.
Probably Godzilla, but I don't think that's guilty.
I mean, it's not something
Pretty
I'm like.
proud.
Yeah, but it's not something I'm like, you know, I don't friggin' like overshare about it because I was fucking trained not to.
Yeah.
Not to overshare about much of anything. Fucking hell. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, like we know all of each other's like very like specific like just nerdy interests and like things that we like latch onto. So I think it's you know we can just leave it at that.
Yeah.
You know. Your spouse's favorite time of day?
No,
No, that's nothing.
That's stupid.
Spouse's love language. Okay, we've actually talked about this.
We have talked about this.
Yours is quality time.
Yes.
And mine is
touch.
Yeah, I would say so. So there you go, easy.
We
will not elaborate further. If we have a song, what is it? Ooh.
I don't think we have a song.
We have the ones that you fucking attacked me with.
Yeah, because it's funny.
Do those count as our songs? I don't know.
Yeah, man, our song is the fucking.
This fucking Japanese banana.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have our first dance to.
I would sooner die.
No, you wouldn't. You'd laugh.
You deserve that.
What did I do?
you fucking.
I spoke the truth.
You spoke a dirty lie.
I did not. That is bullshit, and you know it.
You deserve that too.
What did I do?
Every time you lie, you get hit by something.
Wow.
Anyway,
That's mean.
yeah, well, justice is sometimes mean.
Wow.
Okay, skipping that one.
Yeah.
And finally, who said I love you first? I think me.
Yeah, you.
Or I said that I loved you after we played a game, after a video recording
Yeah.
we did. Wow, that was stupid.
I tried to go out. I tried to go
You should have put it
behind.
behind you.
I tried
You
to.
just held on to it until the blue shell went away.
Shit.
Yeah, that was me, because I am the emotional one. Well, emotional in that way, I guess. Holy shit. Holy crap! Oh, jeez. Now. Am I still able to do this? Do this. That's a bad. That fourth's fine. Alright, well, that was the end of the list.
Yay.
So, yeah, there you go.
Wait, okay. I
Was there another one?
No, you can close it.
I just did.
Oh, okay, great.
Well, I closed the laptop.
Okay.
I didn't close the page.
Okay.
Because why bother? You're not. You
Yeah.
still got more laps to do. Yeah, I think we did pretty good with that.
Yeah, we did.
So go us.
Yay.
I mean, after almost 10 years, I would think we would know each other pretty well.
Yes.
I
I don't need any other costumes other than fancy boots.
Fair enough, for any character.
Correct.
Wow.
What would I want them? I have Fancy Boo.
Fancy Boo's period all costume.
He really is. Fancy Boo is great.
Man. Well, see, because Mario Kart 8 didn't have like a ton of like, you could unlock like characters, but like like some characters, but they all unlock pretty quickly. Whereas here, you're constantly like, the more you play, the more like costumes you discover just by like playing as different characters. But you don't play as different characters.
No.
So you'll
Why
always
would I do that?
You probably will probably not have, unless by some like accident, have like more costumes than you currently have.
Why would I want them? I have Fancy Boo. What?
I think you're funny, as we talked about. I don't want to. Like a fancy food.
No more life. I think that's
Is this
funny.
to you? Is this funny to you? Friggin' character extinction is a game?
No, character
that's a fucking
favoritism
joke?
is a game.
Wow. This is a piece of human garbage.
But I'm also looking forward
You're
to...
gonna unlock all the original costumes.
No, I am the fuck I'm not.
Ah!
But I actually am excited for Disney at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be a lot of fun.
It might be cray, but we should be
It'll
fucking...
be totally worth it though.
Yeah, I agree. And also, like, we fucking... I don't see it being, like, realistically much worse than 4th of July was.
Oh yeah, no, I don't either.
And I don't even... I didn't even fucking hate that much. We still fucking did Rise of the Resistance.
We did. That was pretty good.
On 4th of July. Like,
Yeah.
I think we will survive. I think it could very well turn out to be
Not
kind of
that
blown out of
bad.
proportion, yeah, by certain people.
Yeah,
so.
I think like
as long
the
as we're
worst.
smeared, which we
Like
which
the,
we usually are.
Like the worst thing about it is obviously the crowd.
Yes.
And we have shown ourselves to be adept at managing the Disney crowd.
Yep, and managing like our like being able to adjust if need be to certain things. The one thing you're good at making adjustments for is stuff at Disney.
Yeah.
Not the only thing, but just it's
Oh fuck.
it's definitely one of the times you're the most willing, which is a good thing.
Fuck you, Rossetti.
That's not Rossetti.
It looks like him.
It's a fucking weird mole guy.
It's Rossetti.
That's what Rossetti is.
Yeah, you're not helping your case here.
I still love how someone fucking YouTube pooped the Flying Dutchman into being Rossetti. So it was, which his voice would actually suit Rossetti just fine.
I'm sure it would.
Like, I am Rossetti. You reset, and resetting is a terrible thing. At one point he just goes, and then to say, Davy Jones is an error. And like he fucking had the Flying Dutchman show up and played the fucking Rossetti theme as he's like chastising Mr. Krabs for resetting instead of not. In the actual episode, he's chastising him for being cheap, but they made it so he's saying he reset. God, it was so good. But he said like, oh no, what the fuck is? Fuck. There was a great line in there, but I can't remember what it was now. Sorry, go ahead.
But I was gonna say, there's only one thing at Disneyland that I will not compromise. Ever.
Eastern. Oh.
Obviously.
That's your fucking guilty pleasure, Mr. Toad and Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Cause it's fucking funny!
I guess it is, yes. Alright, I mean, do you want to do one more? Or
Yeah, let's
do you
do
think
one
that's
more.
okay? Fair enough.
I'll do one more.
Ooh, whatever you want.
Gotta be fancy boo.
Only character there is.
Obviously.
At least you continue. At least there's like you haven't like fucking you just did that.
I know.
You haven't married yourself to a fucking card yet, so you can sort of you can spread around the card options.
We'll see.
There's a fun assortment of them. You don't gotta worry about wheels anymore.
That's true, you don't. Or paragliders.
Yes. Yeah, that was fun. Gonna eat you. Resetting is a terrible thing. Showing a little dick. Onto the pit, it burns. And he's like, yeah. In my pocket. Torvald's Henny. That bit of personal is peace, but a bit just turned you up special place in my pocket. I would love it if Versailles just put you in his pocket.
I know.
That was like your eternal punishment for resenting. I remember just fucking, now that we're on the topic, I remember fucking seeing Mr. Rossetti for the first time on the GameCube.
Yeah.
And being like, just being completely just taken aback. Like, what's happening? Is there a way out of it? Okay, good, you didn't save us, Rosalina.
Good.
Kaboom. The kaboom lettering is quite fun.
It is
I added
quite
that.
fun.
Okay, bitch.
Ruda!
And you didn't say this on stream, but you said this on while we were on vacation. But
Yeah.
you think fucking Aristocrat Boo might be better than Wendy?
It is. She's pretty good.
See, yeah, well, that is high praise. That is very high praise. Oh, come on! If you'd had more time, you could have freaking jumped that. Although I have seen from that donkey video this trick people have been doing, at least online, I presume you can do it online, but using the rewind function to avoid fucking blue shells. But that takes some fucking crazy skill, but it's doable.
No, thank you.
Which is like that's a level of like metagame that I am not here for.
Same.
That's some fucking EV trading shit.
Yeah.
EV trading, sucking the fun out. I remember fucking College Humor did a whole Pokemon, did two Pokemon like series on Dorkly.
Okay.
And there was one of just making fun of fucking people who EV train on their Pokemon and like just, you know, basically break the game or take it, or like exploiting the game because you don't have a life. Beating up kids makes you feel like a man. And you did like fucking win tournaments that like fucking children could be competed.
That's ridiculous.
Like,
why would you do that?
It's people who don't have a lot going for them in life. They got people who fucking get laid.
It's true.
Yeah. I love being in a fucking committed relationship is fucking looking at some of your groups of friends and realizing I get laid too often to fucking give a fuck about what they're freaking out about.
Like what?
Like wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I just do not need to care.
Nope.
I have enough going for me in life that I don't need to care.
It's true. As do I.
I love you.
I love you too.
Alrighty, Pants. What can I
But I also kind of feel bad in some
minutes?
situations because I just don't get the enjoyment people get from certain things that I just don't.
Well, I think like it's just, you know, I thought that was funny for a second. It was fucking Baby Peach.
Oh damn!
I thought for a second I was fucking hit double take.
Yeah.
There's a Wendy sticker as Donkey showed us.
There's a Wendy sticker. I will.
Okay.
I will
Well, that works, I guess. Fuck you. Fucking Roman gladiator looking Wario. I love that.
I do too.
Even though, like, that's what they're making Odysseus look like in the Nolan movie, and that's just, like, what every fucking, like... Oh! I know, you have 2 items. Just, like, generic fucking Roman soldier costume number 5.
Yeah.
Go. Kill them all! Kill the usurper. The usurper Wendy, who is also a baby.
Yeah, the fake Wendy.
I'm reading... I forget... I'm roasting a song that I wrote for Susie. How's it go? Susie, you're the baby. Whoa, that's not so far.
What are you calling it?
Susie. Well, no, let's switch it around, flip it around. What's it called?
Susie.
Wow, song named after a girl. Won a million of those already.
Name 10.
No, 20.
Name 20.
Rosanna, Roxanne, Michelle, Allison, Sarah, Angie, Brandy, Mandy, Maggie May, Cecilia, Maggie May, Jessica, Nancy, Barbara Ann, Billie Jean, Layla, Lola, Polly, Helena, Jenny from the block.
Name 10 more. Something Eleanor Rigby.
No, that was the last. That was the last 5. It was like I think it was 6 more, and it was like something tricky. Peggy Sue, Minnie the Moocher. Yeah. Name 5 more. Tracy, Jean, Jane, Marianne, Eleanor Rigby. Go fuck yourself. Is that a special skill? I don't know.
No.
For some reason, deciding to memorize that and then pretty much succeeding. Weird memories. Zach, I remember that, but I can't remember fucking that we're going to the ballet this week.
Well, it's also not a show.
Right.
Like, it's a show we've seen.
Right. It's not Nutcracker.
No, it's a show we've seen, but we want to enjoy more than we did.
It's an elective show.
Yeah.
It's something we're going to just because, we can, and it's there, and, why not?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we do want to see it and shit, but, like, it's not one of our, like, it's not part of our routine.
No.
It's not part of our, like,
repertoire.
What did Pedro call it? Spiritual regime.
Yeah.
Or regiment. There you go.
Regiment.
Which I realize a spiritual regiment, there's, like, definitely things that, like, kind of factor into those.
Like what?
I mean, like, routines, really. Yeah. Just, like, having just room for things in your life that just bring you, like, enjoyment and, like, bring you, like, peace of mind.
I'm trying my hardest to keep that right now.
Yeah. I think knitting is probably one of them for you.
It is.
Otherwise, why would you do it?
Yeah, and also just having time to, like, decompress, watch my shows, knit.
All important things for one to function.
Yes. And
I think that's why adding it to this, and this being part of our kind of regiment as well.
Yes.
And has been, like, for as long as we've been together, really.
It my pepper.
Yes, and I think it will be for some time until, life is such that we can't anymore.
Yes. Nanny?
Also, it's funny because, like, I was, during my therapy, this is not, like, overly personal, but I told a story about, like, I think I told you about, like, me hugging a friend in, like, 4th grade and calling me gay.
Oh, Jesus. That's stupid.
Yeah, like a friend that obviously, like, friggin', like, affected me in some kind of way. But, like, it's and then telling you way back when how I was the straightest person in the fucking gender and race and sexuality in media class.
No.
Which I think I technically still would be because I was still dating someone of the opposite sex. Where I don't think if anybody in the group in the class they weren't with. It was same sex.
Yeah.
It would have been same sex.
Yeah.
I don't see very many of those of my classmates in that class in same sex or in opposite sex relationships.
Yes.
So I think even though I turned out to not fully be, I think the point still stands.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And they were all great. They were all awesome. And there was also like I think there was one white guy.
Oh.
But personality-wise, I might have been one of the whiter people there. But I was.
Oh, cool.
There were plenty of fellow minorities.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a fucking class about minority representation in media. I expect nothing less.
And I wrote about X-Men, and my teacher, my professor actually liked it because he didn't know anything about it. He wasn't familiar with X-Men, so I actually taught him something, which was good. Nice. Fucking Candyland, or Ice Cream Land, it was fucking places.
Ice Cream Land.
It's Dick Viper Land.
It is Dick Viper Land. I love Dick Viper.
Ah, goddammit, Mr. Rally.
It's fine. I never try and go for the railing.
Sean was like practicing with it when he was over and playing with me. He,
nice.
I could tell he was kind of like experimenting with it, which is
Yeah.
very hard to do with just the Joy-Con. I've noticed some people can manage with just the Joy-Con. I can manage, but it's not fun.
It's not. Yeah, this is not.
It's not nearly as good, which is why we haven't done multiplayer yet.
No.
Which we will once I get a Pro Controller, which I'm gonna try to do this week or next week.
Oh no! I was gonna say do it this weekend because I wanted to go to Union on
that's fair.
Saturday anyway.
I'll probably place the order sooner than later anyway, because even though the fucking rush is like pretty much done, I'm pretty sure with this. And like the accessories, I think are much easier to get than the actual consoles.
Yeah.
Which is just, makes sense.
No.
I hit a shroom myself for some reason. I didn't use it. What a bitch. Anyway.
I am too fabulous for this world.
It's true. You're too dapper for this world.
I'm very fabulous.
Mm-hmm. I'm not fabulous. I don't think people from this era would this timeline of this.
You don't know.
It's fabulous.
You don't know Fancy Boo's life.
Could be. Are you saying he's the Thomas Barrow of his aristocrat society?
Oh, you know he is.
Fair enough. I can see it. I'm both pale enough. I'm both evil enough. At times.
It's true. But he had one of the best face turns in the whole show.
I mean, there weren't a ton of face turns in the show.
No.
Well, like 9 characters out of 10 stayed the way they were.
Yeah.
He's one of the few that went from being disliked to being liked by the fans.
Yeah.
But in doing so, it was a well done one of those. But this is not a lot to compare it to. Oh geez. Because obviously that shows a lot more about just like the relationships between the different family members.
Yeah.
And seeing how those kind of evolve and change. Like with
Yeah.
fucking Isabel and Violet, which is one of the most wholesome ones.
It is quite wholesome.
Where they hate each other and then they're having like a bromance or
a
homance and then
homance.
or like a love-hate relationship and then become and then a homance.
It's so cute.
After she helps her when she has fucking pneumonia or the flu or whatever, and she takes care of Violet.
It's very wholesome.
They're playing cards together, and Cleo doesn't want her to leave, and she's being violent about it. But you can tell she's for once not being difficult.
Yes.
Oh shit! Waves. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's fucking guys. Oh jeez. Oh, you got the gold shell. Nice. I would say try and get the pirate costume, but you don't want to. You don't want to.
It's not that I don't want to, it's that I already have the costume that I want. So why would I get a costume that I don't want?
Plus, they don't what's wrong with pirate?
Nothing's wrong with it, just fancy's better.
So you're saying your team East India Trading Company and not Team Pirates?
I still need to show you Black Sails.
We will one day. Still got a lot of Babylon 5 to go.
We do.
And we're approaching the season finale, and I think it's going to wrap up both... I would hope it's going to wrap up both plot lines from season 1 and 2. It seems as if they're headed that way. If it ends on more cliffhangers, I'm going to fucking be annoyed.
I legitimately do not remember. Otherwise,
I mean, it seems that way. It seems like, the stuff that we started in season 1 and continued in season 2 is going to
I don't think the war itself is going to end just yet.
Okay.
But they are going to wrap up some things.
Oh, that's good. Did you get a Kamek and a Boo?
I did.
That's a fucking dangerous duo. Deadly alliance. Also, the visibility made you apply all those fireballs. That was quite helpful. Because there's so many racers, there's actual challenge to even 100cc. It's like Smash 5 when everyone was shocked by how good the CPUs actually were.
I know.
They're actually a challenge.
Yeah.
More time, more often than not.
Yeah.
If you play against the high level. Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Alright.
Alright,
Cool.
Thanks,
Well,
y'all.
Thanks for joining us on this special edition of Streamage Hill.
Yes.
Where we discussed our evolving, growing relationship that's, is the reason why we're even still doing this.
Yes.
So, we enjoy doing it, and it's a part of our, love language, I guess.
It is, because...
It's part of our love, vocabulary.
Yes.
And, there you go. And, and I'm sure it still will be for many years to come.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah, alright. Peace out, bye-bye.
Bye.
See you then, we are.